Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Massive injury blow for Man United as Harry Maguire faces a race to be fit for the FA Cup final. Manchester United have suffered a massive injury blow, with Harry Maguire set for a spell on the sidelines. The Premier League club confirmed on Sunday that Maguire has sustained a muscle injury that will keep him out for about 3 weeks. The 31-year-old has been one of United's most consistent players this season. He was on the verge of an Old Trafford exit last summer. A deal was agreed with West Ham United, but Maguire opted to stay. Maguire was stripped of the captaincy, but he showed great resilience and fought his way back into the team. He started the campaign as the fifth choice centre-back option, but has been United's standout defender this term. His injury will pile more misery on manager Erik Ten Hag. Casemiro has partnered with Maguire in the heart of the defense due to several injuries in the back line. Rafael Varane, Lisandro Martinez, Victor Lindelof, Willy Cambuala, Luke Shaw, and Tyrell Malacia are out injured. Johnny Evans was also sidelined, but he returned to training last week. Maguire's injury means Evans is the only fit centre-back at Ten Hag's disposal. Casemiro will have to continue playing as a centre-back. The England international has been in good form recently, scoring crucial goals against Coventry City and Sheffield United. The Red Devils will hope he will be available for the FA Cup final clash with Manchester City later this month. Man United boss Erik Ten Hag clears the air regarding Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United midfielder Bruno Fernandes hinted at a move away from the club, but Erik Ten Hag is confident the player will stay at Old Trafford. In an interview in his country, Fernandes had stated that he would think about his future following the Euros this summer. Some reports in the media suggested that Man United would explore bids for the majority of their squad due to their financial difficulties. Ten Hag, on the other hand, thinks that Fernandes' remarks have been misconstrued and has no reservations about them. When asked if he intended to keep Fernandes, Ten Hag said, as reported by Goal, "Absolutely, but that was also taken out of context. I haven't even asked Fernandes about the context because I know he is Manchester United and I think he is very happy to be here." The Portuguese international is a role model for the other players in the club, and the Dutch manager stated that he definitely expects Fernandes to play out the remainder of his contract, which is set to expire in 2026. The midfielder has led the club by example this season in difficult situations for the Red Devils. This season has been a tough one for the Premier League club, with their form poor in the league and in Europe. Ten Hag continued by stating the importance of Fernandes. He said, "Taking responsibility is one of the biggest assets top footballers have to show and deliver. Bruno is always available, he never misses a game and always plays at a good level and always brings energy to a team. Such assets are necessary to be successful. Bruno is a real fighter." Last year, for instance, when we played Brighton in the FA Cup semi-final, we played with an ankle that was so thick, it was unbelievable. Bruno is a very good example for other players. Fernandes' future has been made clear by the Man United manager, but his own future is uncertain at the club. Man United make Jadon Sancho decision after talks with him in Germany. Manchester United are prepared to sell Jadon Sancho this summer after face-to-face talks with him in Germany. Erik Ten Hag revealed that Man United have met with the player to discuss his future. After falling out with Ten Hag, who pulled him out of the starting lineup for the 3-1 loss against Arsenal in early September, the 24-year-old departed Man United temporarily to join Borussia Dortmund in January. Ten Hag immediately said that Sancho's absence was due to his lack of preparation for the game as per the requirements. In response, Sancho issued a tweet disputing this. The Dutchman then excluded Sancho since he refused to apologize to him. The English winger has impressed on his loan spell in Germany, particularly against Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-final of the Champions League. His performance against the League One winners have sparked speculation of a return to Man United. However, according to the Daily Mail, the Red Devils are now looking to sell the player. It's believed that John Murtough, the former football director at United, and Matt Hargreaves, the director of player negotiations, traveled to Germany to meet with Sancho. The Man United manager said, as reported by the Daily Mail, "We had a visit with him, we had a talk with him during his stay there, and we will keep going with this process. We will continually be in contact and communicate with him." With a pivotal second leg of the semi-finals in Paris tomorrow, Sancho will not be considering his future too soon. Borussia Dortmund have a 1-0 lead going into the French city on Tuesday. Manchester United on alert as Vitor Roque's agent threatens Barcelona exit over Xavi treatment. Vitor Roque's agent has slammed Xavi's treatment of his client and threatened he could leave Barcelona if his situation doesn't improve. Manchester United were among several clubs who were interested in signing the 19-year-old last summer, but the Catalans won the race for the forward as they sealed a €61 million transfer from Brazil. However, the move hasn't worked out well for the youngster in Spain, as he has been struggling for minutes under manager Xavi. The Brazilian has played just over 300 minutes in all competitions this season, making just 2 starts in 13 appearances. His situation has reportedly alerted United, who recently contacted his agent over a loan move this summer. Andre Curry has threatened to force a permanent transfer if the player's situation doesn't improve. In a recent appearance on RAC1, he said, "I already spoke with Deco. The boy has a contract with Barca, and we chose Barca instead of other options where we could earn double the money. I'm certain that Vitor Roque will be a great player, but if Barca doesn't let him, the club or the coach, I don't know what happens internally, we will look for another way. We do not want a loan. If the club decides that he cannot stay, he will be sold. There are many teams interested in Vitor Roque. If the club does not give space to Vitor, we will have to look for a solution. Either he stays or he is transferred, not alone. It's very dangerous for the boy's career. The best thing would be to stay at Barca, but if he cannot stay, we will work for a transfer." Man United already have a top-quality striker in Rasmus Højlund, who they signed from Atalanta last summer. However, they also need a quality backup for the Denmark international. Roque has failed to make an impact at Barcelona, but he hasn't been given enough opportunities by Xavi. The Brazilian has plenty of potential and looks determined to prove his abilities at the top level. Man United eyeing potential bargain €25 million transfer as alternative to explosive young talent. Manchester United seem to have their eyes firmly on a new right-back this summer, with Inter Milan star Denzel Dumfries the latest name to be linked as an option in that position. The 28-year-old has been a key performer for Inter in recent times and just helped them win the Serie A title this season, though it may end up being his final contribution for the club. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, Man United's name are in the equation for Dumfries, whose contract seems to be an issue at Inter, with a report explaining that the Nerazzurri could look to offload him for around €25 to €30 million this summer to ease their financial concerns. This could be an exciting opportunity for United, who surely need to strengthen on the right-hand side of their defense after a difficult campaign at Old Trafford. The likes of Diogo Dalot and Aaron Wan-Bissaka are surely not good enough to be long-term starters for United, so it's not too surprising to see a quality player like Dumfries being linked with the club. And he is not the only one. Bayer Leverkusen's Jeremy Frimpong has also been on United's radar, as Fabrizio Romano recently told Kaut Offside, so he'd be another fine addition to the squad, giving United more of an attacking outlet on that side. Dalot has had his moments with some quality in the final third, but he is just not quite been consistent enough, while Wan-Bissaka has always been more of a defender than an attacker in that position, which perhaps means he is a little out of fashion in the modern game. Dumfries and Frimpong, by contrast, are at their best when bombing forward, having often been deployed as wing-backs at their current clubs, so one imagines they'd thrive if given that kind of freedom at United. Man United above all in race to sign Juventus midfielder Adrien Rabiot. Manchester United are one of the front-runners to sign Juventus midfielder Adrien Rabiot on a free transfer at the end of the season, according to Corriere di Torino. The Red Devils are likely to reinforce their midfield department this summer, and they have been linked with Rabiot amid the uncertainty over his contract situation. His current deal at the Bianconeri expires on June 30, and as things stand, he has no intention to prolong his stay due to the lack of clarity over the manager's position. Massimiliano Allegri played a big role in convincing Rabiot to stay for another year last summer, but there are now claims that the Italian tactician could be dismissed. Rabiot's agent and mother Veronique continues to hold talks with the Turin Giants, but Corriere di Torino claimed that there is a possibility that he could move elsewhere. United and Bayern Munich are above all in the race to sign the 29-year-old, who was described as an extraordinary player by David Trezeguet during the 2022 World Cup. The Red Devils were keen on landing Rabiot in the summer of 2022. Manager Erik personally contacted the Frenchman to convince him over a move to Old Trafford. Rabiot was impressed by the same, but a deal did not materialize after United refused to meet his wage demands. While the midfielder was eyeing €10 million annually, they were only willing to pay €7 million per year. If the hierarchy want to bring in another midfielder, the focus should be on an emerging star with potential instead of Rabiot, who would also demand a significant signing on fee. Man United joined race to sign Arsenal-linked attacker with 19 goal contributions this season. Manchester United are looking to bring in a quality attacker, and they are keeping tabs on Arsenal target Joshua Zirkzee. The 22-year-old Dutchman has been in impressive form for Bologna, and his performances have attracted the attention of several Premier League clubs as per 90 Minutes. Zirkzee has 12 goals and 7 assists in all competitions this season, and he could prove to be a quality acquisition for Manchester United and Arsenal. The 22-year-old is more than just a goal scorer. The Bologna attacker likes to drop deep and get involved in the build-up play. He will help create goal-scoring opportunities for the Manchester United attackers as well. In theory, he could be the ideal partner for Denmark international Rasmus Højlund. The youngster has done quite well in his debut season, but he needs more support in the attack. It will be interesting to see if Manchester United can secure an agreement with Bologna in the coming weeks. Arsenal are hoping to bring in a quality attacker as well, and the 22-year-old could be an upgrade on Gabriel Jesus, who has been quite underwhelming this season. Manchester United certainly have the financial resources to compete with Arsenal, but the Gunners will be able to provide him with the Champions League football next season. That could be a defining factor when it comes to attracting quality players. Zirkzee will want to compete at the highest level, and he might fancy a switch to a Champions League club next season. It has been a disappointing season for Manchester United so far, and they could easily miss out on European football altogether. It remains to be seen whether they can plug the gaps in their squad during the summer transfer window and bounce back strongly. A club of their stature should be competing in the Champions League regularly and fighting for trophies. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.